All right, let's go ahead and turn to Isaiah chapter 43 in regards to our tithes and offerings. I've got just an encouraging word that I want to share with us this evening. Isaiah 43 verses 18 and 19 says this: "Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." So I want to talk about this first part of verse 18. Do not remember the former things. So quit hashing up and bringing up the old. This is the part I want to get at. Nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Don't consider. Now the word consider in the Hebrew here, it means to separate mentally. In other words, this is a mental process. Don't consider the things of old. Don't, what else does it mean? It means feel. It means to know. It means to regard or think or to view. He's saying, listen, I want you to quit thinking that you know how I'm going to do it. I want you to quit thinking that you know how I'm going to do it, how it's going to get done. I want you to quit thinking that we know what's coming and what's not coming. So we can look at our past, and we can keep hashing up and bringing it up and allowing our past to hinder us and hold us back, okay? Using our past and just keep beating ourselves up about it and keeping ourselves tied and stuck in the past. But then he says this, also, not just, quit allowing the past to hinder you, but he says, quit just thinking you've got it all figured out. Quit considering, mentally feeling, I know how God's going to do that, or I know this is how he did it before, I know he's going to do it this way again. He says, because I want to do a new thing. I want to do a new thing. I want to do a new thing. And so with that, Matthew chapter 10 says this. Matthew 10, verse 39. Matthew 10, verse 39. See, Jesus says in verse 37 that he who loves father and mother more than me. He's talking about us loving others more than him. He says that's not a good thing. We can love others a lot, but we need to love him more than anything and everything else. Verse 38, and he who does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Verse 39, he who finds his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake will find it. So the word find, he who finds. The word finds means to perceive. In other words, already planned out. He who finds, who perceives, has already planned out his life. Right? And that's one of the things in Isaiah. The word consider also means to perceive. To consider, to perceive. So he says, listen, those who find, those who perceive, those who already have their life planned out will lose it. What does that mean? The word lose means to perish or to destroy. If we have our life planned out, we mess things up. Why? Because God's plans are bigger than ours. God's plans are much more amazing than us. So for us to just stick with our plan becomes a problem. He says, and he who loses his life. Now this is a different word, lose, and it means to die. He who dies to his life. Now the word life, he who finds his life, and this is loses his life. The word life means mind or soul. In other words, he who perceives with his mind and soul, he who's got things figured out. If we've got things figured out, we've got no room for God. But he says if we die to our own mind, our own thoughts, or our own plans, for my sake. See, it's not just that we're just not caring and not interested in planning. We can plan, but we ought to stay open to the leading of the Holy Ghost. Stay open to the direction of God. Stay open to make changes.